Hello again, everyone. Welcome to the Hardy Realty Show on Rome Business Radio. I'm Roger Manus with Rome Business Radio. We are broadcasting from the Hardy Realty Studios, and we work in cooperation with the Rome News Tribune. And our representative from Hardy Realty this time is Chris Kerr. Hi, Chris. How are you?
Good morning.
What's going on?
Not much.
Not much. Not much. We were just talking before the podcast started about the real estate market blowing and going, but we don't want to talk about that today. We are joined by Elisabeth Lawson with Rise and Shine Organic Farm. Hi, Elisabeth. How are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
Hunky-dory, as we say down south. And that's Elisabeth with an S that you probably had to spell for people your entire life, but I'm sure there's a story behind it. But I just want to make sure when we post this online, I spell your name correctly. So thanks for joining us. We certainly want to talk to you about Rise and Shine Organic Farms, but we also want to talk about the Between the Rivers Farmers Market, which is up and going again. I believe it just started last week, did it not?
Yes, it did.
So where do you want to start? You want to start with your farm? You want to start with the farmers market? You tell me.
Well, okay. So my husband and I have Rise and Shine Organic Farm. We've been running that for, about 17 or 18 years now. And so after a couple of years ago, we just really wanted to start getting back involved in the community, and we miss seeing our customers because we moved to this box method, which we love and is super efficient, but we kind of realized we were losing connection with some of the community. So I partnered with some friends, and MJ at Hardy Realty is one of my dear friends. And she and I worked our tails off to start this farmers market along with some other friends. And so we've had a lot of fun with it. And so this past weekend was our first inaugural weekend for the 2021 farmers market season. And it was a breath of fresh air after a pandemic year last year at the market season where everybody was in and out and terrified to be around people. It was nice to be out with music, and the sun was shining, and tons of people were out giving each other hugs because they'd all been immunized. And so it just felt good.
It does feel great that the world's slowly but surely getting back to normal, isn't it? So just a couple of quick little notes about the farmers market. It's the first and third Saturday of every month, correct? Starting in May, which we're underway now, and it goes through the summer.
Through September. Yep. May through September. So Hardy is one of the sponsors of the market. They're the presenting sponsor. And Hardy, along with MSP Law Firm and Garden Lakes. And so Garden Lakes Realty. And so we have it in the Bridgepoint Plaza parking lot every first and third Saturday from 8:30 to 11:30.
And Bridgepoint there, for those who don't know, it's by the 2nd Avenue Bridge. Am I saying that right? Yeah.
What is it called? The Flag Bridge.
Right.
By
Moe's Barbecue.
By Moe's Barbecue. Yeah, exactly. It smells great at the market on market morning because they are cooking some bacon or something that makes us all hungry.
Well, yeah, exactly. Well, Chris, I know one of the things we like to talk about here on the Hardy Realty Show, and you guys use this platform to talk about good things going on in the community. But good things going on in the community do affect our way of life, our quality of life, which affects real estate and business and all that. What is the inherent value of the farmers market to our area culture and our way of life?
Well, yeah, we are proud to sponsor the market, and MJ, she is very much a behind the scenes person. Like I was like, "Oh, you're going on a podcast." She goes, "Oh, I am not." So she does a lot of things for us, and obviously for the market. But even if she wasn't involved, I think we're glad to have our branding with theirs. And for me, I think I'll just give you an example of why it's a good thing. I had a couple that were interviewing here in Rome to move here, and they came in on a Friday. This was maybe 2 years ago, and I said they were staying at the Hawthorne, and I said, "Be sure to go across the street to the farmers market." And sure enough, I met back up with them later in the day on that Saturday, and they were like, that to me, just like the small town feel, and be able to like walk up and down and buy flowers and buy coffee and buy, listen, somebody's playing music. They're like, this is amazing. And I'm not saying that they moved here because of the farmer's market, but it definitely greased the skids for them to get here. And then also my mother is a very loyal, she goes every Saturday morning. So,
well, every Saturday morning that it's open.
Yeah.
Well, it has been every Saturday until this year, but yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. So obviously Rise and Shine is a driving force, but what other vendors participate? Chris, you just mentioned flowers and coffee, but Elisabeth, can you go into kind of some detail of who else is out there?
Yeah. When we realized it was the right time to start a farmer's market, was when all the pieces that you would want in a farmer's market kind of came to Rome. And so Swift and Finch was a core piece for me, and I'm really good friends with Ellie Mahon at Swift and Finch. And then I knew Sapelo Farms had moved into Rome from Sapelo Island and started a really neat flower business. So they were in town, and Sunflower Bakery, she had just opened with her fantastic breads. And then there's Riverview Farm has their grits, and they'll bring some of their meats every now and then. And they're all pasture raised, grass fed. And then Carlton Farm is another one where they have cheeses and dairy from their cows, but they also do a lot of meats and blueberries and some produce, and they're all naturally grown. So all of them were no spray farms and businesses and focused on all natural products, which is what our farm is, obviously, because we're certified organic. So there are enough of those businesses together to pull together a farmer's market that is focused on sustainability and green growing and all that stuff. And so, yeah, those are the key components of it. Right now, Sapelo, they have, since it's every other week, that's been hard for a couple of the growers because they need somewhere every Saturday. So they're focused more on the Marietta Farmers Market. But we have other flower growers that have joined the market that are going to be starting this next Saturday, that will be there until Sapelo can start joining us when they've got more flowers a little bit later in the season. But then we also have Georgia Bluebird greenhouses. They bring tons of plants, which is awesome. We have a different artist or two come join as a rotating vendor each week. So we have our core vendors that are the ones that I mentioned, but then we have people that will rotate to keep the market fresh and interesting for people to come back. And so those are different artists. Theory Studios joins us. Some of the different potters in town will join us. Cabell has come once or twice in the past with her stuff, Cabell Sweeney. And so we try to pull different vendors like that. Then we'll have like a honey producer and somebody making jams, that kind of stuff. And then we always try to have a pop-up chef, feature a different restaurant in town. Now with COVID last year, that really threw a wrench in the whole pop-up chef thing. And so having only been open 1 year before that, because the market started the year before COVID. And so then there was the COVID year. And so now we're coming out of that. And so the chefs have tried to figure out how to manage bringing that back in, because they're still trying to figure out, life, the new, just trying to figure it out. And so I don't know how the pop-up chef thing is going to continue, how well it will go, but we always have some kind of breakfast item. Swift and Finch carries their scones and their coffee and other stuff. And then the market will carry different items itself just from a market tent. This past week we had biscuits, homemade biscuits with locally made jams and honey, and then with some sausage and bacon, so that people always have something to eat when they come.
Now I'm hungry. Thanks for doing that. But yeah, nothing says a country breakfast in Rome, Georgia, like biscuits and homemade jam. So it started in 2019.
Yes, that was the first year.
Big success. 2020 throws us all a curveball.
Yes.
And now we're back going again. And we mentioned it's at Bridgepoint. So parking is just Broad Street.
Yeah, and there's also parking at Bridgepoint, and there's parking, right around where Moe's Barbecue is. There's all those parking lots, right around that area. So yeah, Broad Street or right in the Bridgepoint Plaza.
And you mentioned music. Who's performing? How does that get selected?
So we have people send us a sample. Like if anybody listening is interested in playing at the market on a Saturday morning, we like it to feel like a French market, like low key acoustic. So we just have somebody send us a sample of music first. And so we've had some really fun people come through. This past weekend was super fun. It was like a 10-person band. And the band was called R. I'd not heard of them before, but I knew some of the people playing. And that was really fun. They had a whole thing going on. It was just a really special vibe. I forgot to mention that also Uncle Dom's Pasta, they're a Sicilian couple from Sicily. They speak, Sicilian English, and they make amazing pastas and breads. And so they're also one of our core vendors that come every week. And so it's just, I don't know, it's a fun vibe. It was so nice to have the music and the food and everything back to normal this past Saturday. It's refreshing.
Well, what's interesting is people who may be listening to this podcast, since we're on the internet, and they may not be from Rome or have not attended it. They may be locals who have not attended it. And Chris, maybe you can touch on this. You hear farmers market, and sometimes you think, a couple of guys by the side of the road with their pickup truck selling tomatoes, but this is a whole vibe. This is
very much about the vibe.
I mean,
it definitely is. It's also a bit of a social event. Like in the morning, like you definitely see quite a few people that and that's kind of fun. But the only problem with that is that I would need to be caffeinated to be social. So, to get Swift and Finch. I am a huge Swift and Finch coffee fan. I call it big city coffee, like the stuff that you spend $5 a cup to get in New York City. I mean, it will wake you up, and it is good. And so that to me is the nice part. But again, I'll just have to run and get my coffee first.
So if you see Chris, don't talk to him unless you see a coffee cup in his hand.
Don't go there.
The masks were kind of nice because you could at least be incognito until you got your coffee buzz going.
And you got great title sponsor, obviously, in Hardy and others, and we're thankful for Hardy sponsorship here at Rome Business Radio. But I'm going to use the word organically here in a different way, a marketing way. How do you get the word out about it? Is it kind of word of mouth, or so does it happen organically, or have you had to do podcasts and radio and advertising? What have you done?
Well, the first year we did a lot to get it out. We did podcasts and we did kind of all of it: podcast, radio, hometown headlines, the Rome News Tribune. Just from being at Darlington for so long, I just met a lot of those people, and so they were really gracious enough to ask us to come and or talk to them and do a little spotlight on us. So that was really nice. And then I've been, just from Rise and Shine too, being in the community, and then us joining and partnering with so many other great farms and producers in the area. People wanted to talk to us about it. So they helped us get the word out. And then we used the whole realtor method of just putting signs everywhere. That's a genius marketing strategy by realtor companies, by the way, and lawn mowing companies. But anyway, so we just put signs in yards everywhere, and they were pulled up within 2 days. But at least we were able to get some to stay out. And so,
realtors and politicians, yard signs.
I know. Gosh, I know. They don't seem to get taken down. Do what?
So it keeps high tech in business. They're political and I'll be over there trying to get a sign, and they are just slammed because they just are constantly printing signs.
I know. Well, especially now, it's like sign business probably took off in COVID. But anyway, so yeah, this year I was not sure what was going to happen because we didn't have our signs printed in time. So we didn't have signs anywhere. And so I was like, on Sunday morning, my daughter did market with me and we were driving out to the farm to get all the stuff. And I was like, I am nervous. Like, we don't have signs anywhere. I don't know how people have found out about this market or if they had, I just didn't know. But then tons of people came and showed up. And so really, I honestly don't know. I think it was our fabulous market managers this year. Christina Dew is the main market manager running it for us this year. And then Emma Wells, she is the Keep Rome Floyd Beautiful director. And so they're both running the market. So somehow miraculously they got the word out and I'm just all out of the loop and I didn't know how it happened. But
well, it happened organically.
I guess so, yeah.
What is if we obviously want beautiful days all the time, but what is the bad weather plan? Do we just trudge through?
Bad weather plan is hold on to your tents and make sure they don't fly away. We are out there, rain or shine, and we literally have been doing that, holding on to our tents. And it's amazing how many dedicated market goers there are because there are such good products at this market. It's a producer only market. So you won't ever have people show up at this market that brought in a bunch of stuff from a market in Florida or something. Like, it's people here locally. It all has to be grown within 100 miles of Rome, Georgia. And there's no retailing. Nobody's bringing their stuff, bringing other people's stuff to sell. It's their own stuff. And it had to go through a process of getting approved and all that stuff. So you can tell that it's good quality stuff when you come to it. And so people will come rain or shine, surprisingly. And we've had all kinds of people tucked underneath all the different tents, crammed into a little tiny space, waiting for the the downpour to stop. And so, yeah, that's the plan. Unless there's tornadoes, we're there.
All right. Well, hopefully, spring mornings, summer mornings, hopefully it's before, but just a curious question, what do? We're still here selling stuff. And Chris is still, he's hiding under a tent with his coffee.
Absolutely. Hoping nobody will talk to him.
So Chris, what prompted you guys at Hardy to was it just internally you wanted to help this out?
Well, she was talking about MJ. Chisholm, who was, been a realtor here for several years. And so she was part of working with Elisabeth. But again, we would support it even without MJ, just because, I think there's some great farmers markets around, but what I think this one does is it just kind of has, I hate the term artisanal, but it just kind of has there's
that sounds a little pretentious.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't even exactly anyway, but it has a feel to it. And, MJ helps with their branding and MJ does our branding. So there is a bridge there. So, but that was the genesis of the partnership. So.
Gotcha. So Elisabeth, you wanted to say something? Go ahead.
No, that whole comment you were just talking about, the word we will not say, the vibe that we were trying to put out. I spent some time just in college studying abroad in Italy and France, and I just loved it. And the markets we go to in Atlanta that the farm does, they have that same kind of, just good quality and good art. And so anyways, I really wanted it to feel like a market you would find in France or Italy. So maybe not, I don't know what other word to use, but that was a good word that I see how it can sound pretentious too.
Artisanal. I need to look that up. So it's casual, it's inviting, it's quality, it's comfortable, it's welcoming, it's chill.
Yes. all those things.
So let's talk a little bit about Rise and Shine, your organic farm. You and your husband, is this correct? Yes. Started this way back when, and you've grown and bounced around a little bit, but kind of tell us about your history.
Yeah, so we both went to Barry and we met there, and that's how we ended up staying in Rome. But yeah, we started the farm in 2004, and we've been nomadic farmers. I don't know if any of you have tried to move a farm before, but it's no feet. And so anyways, we moved it a couple times and we're hoping that this last place we've landed is our forever spot. But yeah, so we've been certified organic since the beginning, and just, land stewardship and all of that has been really important. Mitch was the director of CRBI for 4 years before starting farming.
That's that's the Coosa River Basin Initiative. Go ahead.
That's right. And so river, water quality has just, been a thing that's important to him and me too. And so we started it together, and we work mostly on a box subscription model. And so we currently have people will subscribe to the farm and they pick up at Swift and Finch. It's either you can pick up once a week or you can pick up once a month or every other week. And now we actually are calling it more of like a farmer's market in a box, because the boxes, they're all customized and they have all of our stuff in it, our produce. And we have 4,000 chickens on our farm too for pastured eggs. But we've also partnered with all these other farms that are at the farmers market, and a lot more right outside of the area, in the Atlanta area. So stuff that you can't get at any grocery store in Rome, like really good quality local cheeses and Uncle Dom's pasta, and then pasta from a place in Atlanta that I'm blanking on their name right now.
It's okay.
But just really good foods, Banner butter out of Atlanta. And we partner with them, and we have all their stuff in our boxes now too. So people can get every week delivered this whole basket full of local products, and it's really good.
Now you made me lose my train of thought here for a second. The
Storico Fresco, that's the name of the pasta place. Storico Fresco.
What's the name? Okay. So how big a place are you on now?
So we have 90 acres is what we bought just recently. And we also grow, we lease some acreage across the road that's on the river. But what we actually grow, we grow about 40 acres of different fruits and vegetables. And we just planted a whole bunch of fig trees and a whole bunch of asparagus. We hope to be able to harvest off of those in the next couple of years. But right now we've had a giant strawberry haul, and there's not another pick your own, there's the pick your own strawberry farms in the area. There's other ones in the area, but ours is the only one that's certified organic. And since strawberries can tend to be one of the most heavily sprayed, it's called the Dirty Dozen. It's one of the most heavily sprayed products out there. A lot of people have reached out to us wanting to come pick. And this year we had the mother of all strawberry years. And so we've had strawberries from out of our ears. And so we opened it up for the first time to have the public come out and pick strawberries just organically, like word of mouth. I put out some posts, and anyways, we've had a bunch of people come out, and it's been super fun having people come out and visit, and people feel safe if they haven't been immunized, because there's hardly any, it's just a very open field and people can come out and pick. So it's been nice.
Well, yeah, just if you could please clarify for me in my ignorance, certified organic means no pesticides, no chemicals. Does it mean anything else?
You have to go through a pretty rigorous process, lots of lots of record keeping. You can only use certain fertilizers, certain types of seeds. Everything has to be, go through a top-notch, standards to be able to get the certification. So, some things might be, naturally grown, but you can still buy, the cheapest seed around to grow your plants. But with certified organic, you have to buy certified organic seeds, and you have to, buy certified organic, all kinds of stuff to work up the chain to get the actual certification. So, when you buy certified organic products that literally from the seed on up to the plant, it's been through the, most stringent process.
And you mentioned, where are you guys located?
We're off of Highway 156 in, it's called Curryville, but it's in Gordon County. It's right on the Floyd Gordon County line. So up in our Murchie area.
So, but so the strawberry thing was new. Most of the time you don't have people come to the farm, but
that's right. Yeah. Usually it's closed off to the public. So that's why it was nice to have people come out.
So basically they can go to your website and they can order a box of whatever, at the routine they wanted, like you said, a week or a month or whatever, and it gets delivered, or they pick it up in Rome.
Yeah, in Rome it gets delivered to Swift and Finch, and so they go and pick it up. Yeah, Swift and Finch. Oh, and then also Purple Mountain, the natural grocery store, so they can pick it up at either location, which
is down South Broad. Yeah, just on I guess the 100 block. So what do you deliver anywhere else? What is your area?
We go all over Atlanta. So in the Atlanta area, we do home deliveries. So a lot of people will sign up just to have it delivered to their front door. We work with a courier that does that. But and then Dalton, so all the way from Atlanta and the surrounding areas to Dalton. And so right now we currently have about 500 boxes that we deliver to different families all over the this region, like the Northwest Georgia region.
Wow.
And so it's a mix of delivery, in-house delivery, and then wholesale. We'll do some wholesale to grocery stores and
that brings us back to the farmers market, because that allows you to face with people.
That's right. And that's why it's important to me. The farmers markets, like Chris said earlier, or somebody said that, you think about a couple of guys in a truck on the side of the road, but like I especially just really missed community, being involved with our farm. So that's why having the pick your own on the farm was really fun. And the market is really fun. And we're also going to do an open house and farm tour on the 13th of June. And so we'll open that up to the community. We haven't been able to do that in the past few years, last year because of COVID, and for that we've just been busy. But yeah, so we're going to open that up to have people come out and get the full tour from Mitch Lawson himself. And he's like Chris, he likes to stay incognito and under the radar. So you might see him show up.
Chris is the man behind the curtain making it all happen. Say that again, Chris.
I don't know about that.
Chris, besides the coffee, what can you recommend at the farmers market? All of it.
It's as Elisabeth said, it does rotate, and I think it's nice because I think that we're kind of definitely seeing people want to know where their food comes from. I think that it's having those options and be able to know that I think fresh food is also very important for a lot of people. So like I said, I like to go. I'm not a big cook though. I actually kind of like to heat something up and or have some carrots and hummus. So I actually am one of the ones that I'll attend for the coffee and walk around and just check it out, and I think that to me is fun. So
I love a good tomato.
Yeah. I tried to grow them last year, and I've realized I'm not a good gardener.
Well, maybe it's just easier to buy them at the farmer's market.
True. Exactly.
Good to know your limits.
Yeah, got to know your limits. Well, Elisabeth, what's contact information? I guess we need to promote Rise and Shine, your website and social media, and then we can also promote Between the Rivers Farmers Market. So, Elisabeth, just what's Rise and Shine's contact information?
Okay, so our website is riseandshinefarm.com. And so that's RISEN shinefarm.com. And then the farmers market is btrfarmersmarket.org. So BTR for Between the Rivers. But yeah, just btrfarmersmarket.org. And from there, it has all of our contact, our phone number, and our emails on both of the sites to you know somebody who's interested in becoming a vendor and they have great stuff that, we'd love to talk to people. We're always looking for new, exciting vendors in the area. And same thing for the farm. We'd love to meet new people and have people out to the farm.
Or if you're an up and coming singer songwriter, guitar player, acoustic,
yeah. That too.
Send in a sample.
We're always looking for more vibe enhancements.
Vibe enhancements. That's a marketing term I've never heard. And social media, you guys on Facebook, Instagram?
Yes. Yeah. Both. Rise and Shine Organic Farm for social media, and Between the Rivers Farmers Market. So for Instagram and Facebook. So yeah, we put a lot of stuff on there that is not on the website. Like the strawberry pick your own, that was only on social media, and different things like that too for the farmers market. So definitely follow us there.
All right, Chris, if anybody wants to buy or sell a house, how do they get a hold of you?
Well, we can just contact Hardy Realty, at 291-4321, or go to hardyrealty.com. We've got about 51 agents that would be more than happy to help. So.
Well, this was great. Continued success with Rise and Shine, Elisabeth, and continued success with the farmers market, which is a great thing for Rome and our area. And it's, just to recap, it's underway, and it's every other Saturday at Bridgepoint Plaza downtown. I'm sorry.
Just the first and third Saturday right now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The first and third Saturdays. That's why we needed to clarify. It's the first and third Saturdays, basically in the morning from
8:30 to 11:30.
Okay. First and third Saturday, Bridgepoint Plaza, downtown Rome. Again, thank you both so much. This has been great. You've been listening to the Hardy Realty Show on Rome Business Radio. I'm Roger Manus with Rome Business Radio. We broadcast from the Hardy Realty Studios, and we work in cooperation with the Rome News Tribune. Thank you so much for listening.